When winding the bobbin, you're going to want to make sure your thread's going over the top. And you're going to want to put it on your spool pin. And then make sure you put the cap on. Okay, so to start off, you're going to take your thread. You're going to go through the thread guide, make sure it goes into the hook, and then you're going to go on the right side of this, and you're going to want to go around it, and then you're going to want to loop around to the left, and then bring it to the right. Then you're going to want to take your string, and you're going to want to put it through the top hole on your bobbin. Through your bobbin, you're going to want to make sure you go through the inside of the bobbin to the outside of the bobbin when you go through the hole, and you just want to go through that top hole. So then after you do that, you're going to want to put your bobbin on this little metal piece there, and then you're going to want to push it to the right to lock it in. So then you want to make sure you hold on to your thread, and you're going to put your foot on your foot pedal, and you're slowly going to just press your foot pedal, and it's going to start turning, and it's going to put your thread onto your bobbin. And then you're just going to want to go until you have enough thread on your bobbin for what you're using it for. Bobbin is threaded, then you're just going to push it back to the left to unlock it, then you're going to pull it off, and then you're going to want to cut it. And then after you cut that, you're going to want your extra string that you started off with that you put through the hole, you're going to want to cut it as close to your bobbin as you can so you don't have a piece hanging out there. You're going to start off by taking your thread, then you're going to want to make sure that's coming over the top and not underneath. So you're going to want it over the top. So you're going to take your thread and you're going to put it on the spool pin with it still coming over the top, and you're going to take your cap, put it on there, make sure it's on all the way. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take your thread and you're going to want to put it in your thread guide. So you're going to want to make sure it goes under that little hook there. And then you're going to come around and put it on the tension disc, which is this. And then you're going to come down through the right threading slot, and you're going to curve to the left, and that through the left threading slot. And then you're going to want to make sure you go into the take up lever. You're going to want to make sure you get it in that little hole there. Then you're going to want to pull it down, and you're going to want to make sure you go in this little hook, which is the lower thread guide. And then there's another little hook down here called the needle thread guide that you're going to want to go make sure you get your thread in there. Okay, and then to thread your needle, you're going to pull down this little white thing, and then there's this little hook here that you want to get your thread around. Okay, and after you get it around that little hook, there's another little hook right in front of your needle, so you're going to want to be in front of your needle but behind that hook. And then you're going to just pull this pull the white thing back, and it should grab onto your thread like that. And then it will drop it, and then you just grab the loop and pull it through. And then your needle is threaded. After threading your needle, you're going to want to insert your bobbin. So first off, there's a little button right here that you're going to push to the right. That'll pop up your cap. You'll just take that off. Then you're going to take your bobbin. You're going to want to make sure that it looks like a P and not a Q. So you're going to take your P, and you're going to put your bobbin in this little hole. And then there's this little hook right here that you're just going to make sure your thread goes into, just like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your hand wheel, and you're going to want to make sure you turn it towards you and not away from you. And then you're just going to pull it enough to where your needle goes down and then comes back up. And then you're going to take your thread that goes through your needle, and you're just going to pull it out, and it should grab onto your bobbin thread. You may be able to grab it with your finger, but if not, you can use a pencil or anything small to reach in there and grab the little loop, and then you should be able to just pull it out like that. And then you just put your bobbin cap back on, and then make sure your strings are all the way tucked in the back.